it's insensitive, but it's a story that people are making up. It's just way out. It's just, you know, I mean, at some point, I need to just understand where it's coming from when somebody was just not fair, you know. It's not okay. To blame me or accuse me for some
Ray J is done and busted, y'all, because the feds are finally going in to arrest him after they found concrete evidence of him getting paid to supply Whitney Houston with the substances that she OD'd on. Ray J has already been accused of being behind Whitney's death, but recently everyone and their mama has been going extra hard on him for his involvement, and it's safe to say it has really started messing with him. He even came out and did a whole video denying everything, which he's never done. And not too long ago, he had a whole mental breakdown during which he seemingly admitted to taking out Whitney on the orders of some high ups, which people believe to be Diddy and his industry godfather. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Child? Suge Knight even came out and flat out accused Ray J of being Diddy's lover. Of course, Ray J came out to deny his allegations and even pulled out an Uno reverse on Suge by accusing him of bending over men. But the receipts are there to prove that he was rolling in bed with Diddy and doing some of his dirty work for him.
And now Suge trying to say that me and Puffy are lovers, and that me and Puffy are lovers, bro. Really? That's how low you want to go, Suge? Me and Ray J and Puffy are lovers, bro. That's one of dead homies, bro. Ray J and Puffy are lovers, bro.
Hey yo, what the?
That's what Suge trying to say. Actions are being taken. Actions are being taken in ways that nobody can explain. I said that on the national news. That shit went viral. And guess what? Thought I was talking about Diddy. That's why I got into it with his sons, because they come pressing me. I'm like, bro, mind y'all business. Y'all don't even know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about Suge, bro. I'm talking about Suge taking, not Diddy. Suge is a big taker for men, bro.
Now, you'd think Ray J would shut up and distance himself from Diddy, but he has been on the internet defending him and advocating for him to be released.
Mad at me because I'm supporting Diddy. Got weird ass to say about me supporting Puff.
Well, we know why Ray J is going so hard for his boyfriend Diddy to be released, because word on the street is Diddy paid him to take out Whitney. If y'all remember, when Whitney was found dead in her hotel, Ray J was the first person at the scene, and according to the sister of Whitney's ex-husband, she knows for a fact that Ray J had something to do with it because she witnessed him supply Whitney with. Not only that, but the paparazzi caught Ray J secretly sneaking out of the hotel and hiding his guilty face from the cameras right when the police and paramedics arrived.
I first seen this, and I saw the news, and and I'm sorry, please excuse me, I just have to come out and say this.
Please.
I saw Ray J coming out of the hotel, hiding his head, being pushed into the car. Why? I looked and I said, why is he hiding? Why is he hiding his face? He's always trying to show his face. Some reason, he knows somebody that sells drugs, and he was buying them for Whitney, from what I know, and giving her drugs. I want to know why this boy was allowed to do that.
No, I meet you at the hospital.
Whitney's autopsy report was released just about a month after her passing, which revealed so much inconsistency in her death. Her cause of death was found to be accidental drowning, but if you look further into the report, her drowning wasn't actually accidental. According to the coroner's report, Whitney's assistant, Mary Jones, found her face down in a water-filled bath with 2 superficial abrasions to the left side of her forehead. She was also found with a looty purge coming from her nose. and with a superficial abrasion to the left side of the bridge of her nose. A lot of people started side-eyeing the entire situation after this report came out because it became clear that someone else was in that bathroom and Whitney struggled with them for her life while they tried to drown her. To make matters even worse, they also found marijuana, Xanax, Benadryl, and other medication in her system. So this means Whitney was probably not strong enough to fight them off like she would have if she was sober. When all these reports came out, people immediately blamed Whitney's death on Whitney herself. Some people said that if she had fought stronger against her addiction, then maybe she wouldn't have ended up dead in a hotel bathtub. Some people also tried to blame Whitney's death on her accidental drowning because she was too high to get a hold of herself, but according to the coroner, the level of cocaine was not necessarily a lethal level of cocaine, but her death was complicated by chronic cocaine use and heart disease. She could have passed out first due to the intoxication from the cocaine, or she could have had a heart attack and then drowned. It's probably one of those two scenarios. Now, for those of you who didn't know, Ed Winter was also the coroner who was in charge of the investigation of Kim Porter's death, and he was also the one who challenged the reports about her dying from pneumonia when he said he found traces of lethal toxins in her body. Anyway, back to Whitney. Ed also revealed that prescription pill bottles were found in her room, but the number of pills were not alarming enough to kill her. Jaguar Wright later also stepped into the chat and accused Ray of giving Whitney those drugs at night. According to Jaguar, he was actually the last person to see Whitney alive, and he even brought a substance dealer into Whitney's hotel room to provide her with all different types of drugs, despite knowing very well that Whitney was in need of help and was at the brink of ODing. Jaguar brought up those bruises Whitney had and confirmed that those were defense wounds from Ray attacking her.
Autopsy, they said there was nothing wrong with her throat. Her lungs were so damaged that she couldn't fuel the notes. It was her lungs. It wasn't, her voice was fine.
Oh.
That's how did it. And then the next thing you know, she's Ray J. And then it's Grammy time.
That happened.
And her and had a fight 2 days before. And from what I was told, Bobby Christina was present for some of that fight. And then the next thing you know, she's dead. Ray J was the last person to see her alive. He let the drug dealer in, but she was sober, right? But he let the drug dealer in that gave her the shot. Leola has said, Leola Brown, Bobby Brown's sister, has said on several occasions that she was beaten. They saw her body. She didn't just die in a tub, like she was beat up.
Oh, wow.
And Brandy was the one that found her. But you know, they pledge allegiance to too.
Jeez.
Well, you know, Ray J was kind of down on his luck because the whole bullshit had happened, and then, you know, Whitney was dead and he was using her, as he's said himself, for clout, and then all of a sudden he got Love and Hip Hop LA after Whitney died. And then they inappropriately put her stupid goddaughter on there. Yeah. I just thought it was all kind of cheesy.
And just when we thought things couldn't get any worse, Ray J recently got into it with one of the reporters who has been giving us updates about Diddy's trial, Emily Hagan, after she came out and accused him of being DL and having a hand in Whitney's death. So basically, Emily made a video with another content creator called Donat Pov, and in the video, Donat was going off on Ray for being an industry boy toy and allegedly getting paid to off Whitney.
Ray J was brought up in court today. They told Vanna, dealer Ray J, she said, I don't know if that's his name. It sounds like that singer, but I don't think it's him.
Yeah, when I heard that, as a matter of fact, I think everybody gasped when we heard
gasped.
that. Because we still want justice for Whitney Houston. Ray J was Whitney Houston's gay best friend selling her illegal substances, and it's alleged that he gave her a fatal cocktail because Davis allegedly had an insurance policy on her, and obviously when these celebrities pass away, their music sell like crazy. And Whitney Houston was supposed to perform that night, and we know that her performance skills just went down the drain. So Ray J, the feds are watching you.
But why did they say the drug dealer today was Ray J. Do you think it's the same guy? She's trying to say it's not, but you thought it was.
Absolutely, I believe it's Ray J, the singer. And if I had one wish, you need to come out the closet. That's what I wish. And I do believe it was that Ray J. What other person in Hollywood has the name Ray J? Nobody. It was him. You've been pushing the opioids and stuff over there in California. You got Whitney Houston unalive because you knew she was susceptible to it, and he pushed that off on Cassie. I'm willing to bet that Diddy didn't get Cassie hooked. It was Ray J.
Woo! Ray J wasn't here for the allegations, and he got on his Instagram to slam Emily for giving Donat the platform to lie on his name unprovoked. During his case, he also admitted to pretty much snitching on himself by revealing that he had been receiving payments from someone to keep quiet about what he knows about Whitney's death, while that person continues to pretend to be a good. He said, "What the F? See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Now I had enough. I'm about to do my final crash out for real. But this one is for my kids and for my mom/pops and Brandy and my niece. If something happens to me, then so be it. The truth matters more in the long run. I'm talking to everybody who played with me this week and sent me threats. You know who you are. And continue to try to and manipulate me just being you. Ben paid me to be quiet. Treat me like I'm your slave and silence the truth. Well, money? I don't want it no more. I'm about to activate. You really thought all this hush money you gave me could and would keep me quiet forever? So you can pretend to be great people? Well, not anymore. It's nothing you can do, so bring on the pain. Send everybody. I'm waiting for you." And this dude on the interview, quick to tear down another black man and talk about he don't know nothing about and then bring up Whitney as if I had something to do with it. Wait, what? I'm driving the set now. Stand by. Ray J later went on a live stream and he kept on trying to convince us that he didn't have anything to do with what happened to Whitney. During the live, he admitted to sleeping with Sexy Red and then bragged about his name getting brought up during the Diddy trial. He claimed that all the allegations about him having a hand in Whitney's death are false and that he was still a kid when the whole thing happened. Mind you, he was actually 31 and he was even rumored to be dating her at the time of her death.
I slept with Sexy Red. Stop playing with me. You can clip that all you want to. Empty the clip. Talking about our party with Sexy Red. Slept with Sexy Red, nigga. Ask her. That's on the dead homies. I slept with her. Yeah, my name got mentioned in the Diddy trial. What, you thought it wasn't? Of course it did. What, you thought I wasn't? You thought I wasn't gonna be in there? My nigga. First off, I told you I wasn't gonna let you down. I told you I wasn't gonna let you down, right? Now look, at the end of the day, I bet $50,000 that I was gonna be in the trial. And now what? You know what? I don't think you need to block the Whitney stuff. Just let it live, man. I don't care. You know, it's insensitive, but it's a story that people are making up. It's just way out. It's just, you know, I mean, at some point, I need to just understand where it's coming from when somebody was just not fair, you know. It's not okay. To blame me or accuse me for some shit. I just wasn't even around. I wasn't there, wasn't around. I'm like a little kid. Like, really? You guys are bad wankers.
Now, it's clear as day that Ray J is trying to make a joke out of the situation so that people will overlook it like they did a few years ago, but it's actually doing the opposite, and word on the street is people don't plan to let it go till Ray is brought to justice. As usual, people had their own thoughts, like this person who said, "You were 31 years old when Whitney passed. Nowhere in this country is 31 considered a kid. This man needs an intervention pronto." Another person said, "This man is literally crashing out. Please get him off of the Kodak Black Everybody's reaction is not the same. But now, I want to know your thoughts. What do you think of Ray J finally getting exposed for his involvement in Whitney's death? And do y'all think he'll also be getting arrested soon? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and don't forget to click here to watch this other messy video.